so I could look at myself, make a complete butt of myself.
That's what I do sometimes.
I know, I'm like, oh god, look how fat I am.
You look good. You look good. And I like the colors behind you. So it looks
Oh well, this used to be my couch, and then I gave it to my friend when when I moved out. So
Are we good? We are live.
wow,
Yay.
yay!
Welcome, everyone. Hello,
Hi.
hello. I have with me Axel from Mirror Mirror on the Cosplay. Let's talk a little bit first before we start, shall we? If you
Yeah.
haven't done so, guys, please be sure to share this video right now, subscribe to Anime Matsuri, and follow us. Definitely be part of this chat that we're going through right now in the live chat. We will be answering questions along the way. So, welcome. This evening is October 11th already. Can you believe it's October, Axel?
No, I mean, I this year's gone by fast and
I
slow at the same
cannot
time. You know what I
hear.
mean?
Yay!
I
No, I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, yay! There you are.
Yeah.
But I can't hear.
Oh no, it was working so good earlier.
Mhm.
I can hear you. If that helps. Just gonna.
It's October 11th. Yeah,
Yep.
it's crazy. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, a little technical issue, real quick, just to make sure. Guys, if you haven't done so, again, please subscribe and share this video. I'm going to switch earpieces real quick. Whoop. Okay. See if this helps. Axel, can you say something?
Hi. Can you hear me now?
All right. Sorry, there's a little technical issue, guys. If you can hear me, thumbs up. And we are. Hi, Tyler. I see you. JM Templar on as well on the chat so far. But I can't hear Axel.
I can hear you.
You can hear me though?
Yes.
Yes. Hmm. Okay, I can barely hear you for some reason. Okay, here we go.
Is it better?
Yay!
Are we good
It's
now?
coming. It's coming. I can
Okay.
hear a little bit of a
I can
lag
move it
here. So
closer to me if that
I don't know if it's
helps.
from my phone. Okay, I can barely hear you for some reason. Okay, here we go. It's a little bit lag, right? Well, there's a lot of cosplayers out there, Axel. I just want to say that. And in terms of what you've been doing, though, has it? You said that we when we touched base, you said you have not like been doing this for a long time, but you're really good at it. Now. Why? Why is that? Can you
I
tell
mean,
the audience?
I wouldn't say I'm really good. I mean, I don't want to be that person. I've only been officially cosplaying for my very first convention that I ever went to and I cosplayed in was Anime Matsuri 2019. So that was the very first time I ever attempted anything. And I bought like a cheaper wig and I styled it and it turned out okay. Hey Kirsten, do you have a picture of how bad it was? My best friend's right here, so she's
I
gonna try to
can't
pull up a
believe
picture.
that was your first time.
Yeah, it was my very first one, and so my very first cosplay that I did was Kakashi, and I thought it was gonna be so cool doing that wig, and it was horrible. But I don't have my latest Kakashi wig with me right now because my friend has it in San Antonio for TikTok. He's been using my cosplay. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, she's looking at the pictures and laughing. No, I was laughing at she's French. Oh, hello. This is Piper, everybody. Say hi.
Hi,
Are you
Piper.
gonna steal the show?
Aw. Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Okay. So this is my very first one. I don't know if you could see it.
Oh,
So
that's a
bad.
great
Oh my god.
wig.
Oh no, it was horrible. It was like, here, let me. Are you on? go to the most recent Kakashi wig that I have. So this one's actually my most recent wig that I've styled
Okay.
for Denki.
This is for your first video.
Oh wow, that's so bad. Okay, so my friend and I did Kakashi and Inuyasha, and this is like I did this in like what, like an hour maybe, because like you gave it to me the night before.
Oh
So
my
that was
goodness.
so bad.
Hey,
So
that looks really decent. What are you talking about?
you're being nice. You're being so nice. So he's actually kind of in a bag right here because we decided that we're gonna remake him a third time. So he's just chilling. This is Inuyasha.
I have a picture.
His bangs look better now.
Oh yeah.
It's a mess.
Here's a picture of me.
Okay. Oh, here. So here was it before he was in the bag. So this is my more
Oh,
recent
that
one
looks
that I've done.
really good. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So I've come a long way, and that was just that one. So I styled that one Inuyasha wig. Oh yeah. Well, no, this is without the airbrushing, but yeah. So this is my Kakashi wig right now, but I actually
Mhm.
airbrushed it. So I came a long way in just
Oh
a few
yeah,
months.
that looks fabulous now.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it just takes practice. Like I thought I was gonna be way better at first whenever I first started
Mhm.
styling the wigs because I do have my cosmetology license. So I did have some advantage because I knew how to
Oh
do things
yeah.
already. But I thought I was gonna be better, and I was kind of like upset with myself about the wig. But I mean, like I said, it's just practice. That's a different Kakashi wig that I did.
For
It's
sure,
actually gonna be
it takes practice. Don't give up, right, on your wigs.
this is he's
If
right
you
here.
guys, by the way, audience, if you have wigs out there that you are styling right now and you have questions about wigs, we definitely Axel can help you as best he can to
Yeah.
answer these questions along the way. But we're gonna do, I guess you're gonna be doing what to do with wigs and what not to do with wigs.
Yeah, and like different brands and stuff. So like
Mhm.
I said, whenever I first started cosplaying, it was kind of a last minute thing. Yeah, everything was bought on Amazon.
Isn't that how
We were like,
cosplay is?
woo, Amazon. And then I was like, with a wig like Kakashi, where it's like spiky and like everything's like to the side.
Yeah.
It's really hard when you have a wig that's not like very full because you can see your scalp.
Right.
So it was so bad. I was just sorry, we're just laughing because we were like, wow, look how we both come so far. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No worries.
It's even been less than a year because thank you. This whole year has been nothing because everything's been closed.
Everything's stuck like
Right.
in.
That's true.
I
So
started working.
technically you have a year on you for sure, but that's
Yeah,
about
I
it.
think probably like 6 months I've been styling the
Oh,
wigs.
I see.
So like this one, I think I did what in like January. Yeah, I did Denki probably in January because I was expecting to have him for what's the con before Anime Matsuri? Oh well.
We have
But anyway, so like I said before to you, I'm gonna be doing this panel slightly different than like at a convention because it's gonna be
right.
much easier for people to be like, oh hey, I have my wig right here in their house, and they'll be like, oh, I
Hmm.
just thought of that question and stuff like that. Because I can actually have them and show you because at a convention I can't bring all these around to a room.
Okay.
So
We already
I
have a
can
first question already, Axel, from
okay.
Tyler.
What's up,
The
Tyler?
first Tyler's asking, where do you like to buy your wigs from?
Okay, so almost all of mine are Arda wigs. They even gave me this bag. I buy so goddamn thing.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, so that was one thing I was gonna get to was wigs that I've bought that I like, and then wigs that I've bought that I don't like. And this is just personal preference. Okay, like everybody has wigs that they
Totally,
like,
guys.
and like if you have different looks that you're going for and different budgets. Okay. So
Hmm.
I am not like a younger cosplayer, so I have a job and I have a little bit more money, so I'm willing to spend 60, 70, $90 on a wig. But
Yeah,
not
that's quite
everybody can do.
pricey. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I mean, let's see, this wig that I'm doing for Naraku, I actually bought this wig and then I bought two extra wets. So like these wefts alone are $20.
Wow.
So that adds up because you can buy a wig on eBay for $20 an entire wig. So
Mm-hmm.
it does add
Right.
up. But since I have my license and I do hair, I really am kind of picky, especially since I started off in, because they're easier to work with when you have a nicer quality wig, but not everybody can afford a nicer wig. So I will say that the ones on eBay and Amazon are perfectly fine. They are. You
Mm-hmm.
can get the look you're going for if you really try hard. It will be just
Right.
a little frustrating because you'll have to try
Mm-hmm.
harder and you might have to buy 2 wigs depending. So like this one right
Right.
here,
Oh, yeah.
I keep bringing him up.
Inuyasha was the wig.
Yeah, Inuyasha was 2 wigs, and that was an Arta wig. So he was about $85. And
Mm.
that was just the wig price. That's not like if I were to style him for somebody, because then
Style
I'll
it. Yeah.
yeah. So this wig actually, I didn't add any extra wefts. This is just an Arta wig that is just has a lot of hair. I did have
Mm-hmm.
extra wefts for the hairline, but I didn't add any for the volume. So you could just see how different it is when you spend a little bit more. Because I
Yeah.
wanted that wig to be extra poofy because I like my wigs personally to be bigger and more animated looking. I don't really like
Right.
the more natural look, but that's just
Over
me.
top. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just me because I want people to go, whoa, and I'm like, yeah, because I'm short, so I gotta make up for it in my wig height.
They could be one like that.
That's
But
perfect
so
for me
I
too. Yeah.
I went out yesterday, I think, and I bought a very cheapo Spirit Halloween wig so I can show the difference in the price. Okay, so
Okay.
this wig is called Brunette Fashion Curls, and you can
Okay.
tell from the get-go that like the hairline is like really obvious, and
Totally.
it's
Yeah.
supposed to be long and like voluptuous and pretty, and this wig was $20. So coming straight out
Totally
the
different from
bag.
like $85. Yeah.
Well, so it depends too on like what you're looking for. So this one obviously is not a lace front, so it's going to be less anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can tell, but it's super shiny, like
Yes.
really shiny. And then so I have
Mm-hmm.
lights right by my phone, so you can see through this wig.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the wefts
Oh
through it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is, like I said, it's not bad. This is totally fine, and it's already has the curls and stuff. The only thing would be like when you put it on, that hairline is just super obvious.
Yeah. So
So
what some people might know what a lace up means. Can you explain?
I have one. I'll show you.
Okay.
So
You
here's
want me
just
to
an
grab?
example of just a $20.
Raven?
No, I have a lace front wig right
Okay,
here.
I have Raven on the stand.
You want to get Raven? You can. I have a wig that I styled not that long ago that's lace front. She's grabbing it.
Okay.
So, anyways, that is that. And this wig, I think, was 55. This one's slightly different, so I can't compare them eye for an eye because this one has
Mm-hmm.
bangs. Uh,
I prefer bangs, of
yeah,
course.
well, it just depends too on the character.
Right.
Because
Totally.
this one's gonna be Naraku. I don't know if you're familiar with Inuyasha.
Mm.
So
Yes.
you can see right off the bat that see how many more wefts there are. You can't really see
Mhm.
through this wig like you could the other one.
Right.
And it's much thicker and it's not as shiny. The artificial wefts that this is made out of, they're trying to make them look more like human hair. Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one I made, it's a Raven wig, and
Nice.
she has lace. So
Lace
when,
front.
I don't know if you can see
Mm-hmm.
the lace right there. So when you go to put this on, it looks more natural.
Yeah, it's like a
The way
nude.
that it's um, wefted in hair by hair right here. So it's knotted
Yes.
by hand. And so
Mm-hmm.
like these are one hair, and then when you get further back, it's a few hairs per thing. And
Looks more natural.
yeah, so and then it depends on your character. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Like for Denki, I didn't want to do a lace front because I wanted him to be more comical looking. But for Raven, she has that really defined widow's peak. So I wanted her to
Right.
be a lace front. So that's just a different type. But a good thing. So if you were to buy a less expensive wig like this for the $20, a good
Mm-hmm.
hack if you don't want it to be so shiny, you can just, oh my God, why? I'm not used to talking this much apparently. When you have a wig like this, obviously you don't want to brush it because it's going to get really frizzy and funky. But
And you might lose the curls, right?
yeah, but I'll explain how to get the curls back. But with this wig, I'm not sure if it can do heat or not. So I'll tell you a few different ways that you can curl your wigs. So to get rid of the shine, to make it look more natural, you literally can just put it in your bathtub with fabric softener. No water.
Really?
Yep. And just leave it there for like 3 days and then rinse it out and it'll help with the shine.
Oh, and that's a great hack.
Yeah. And
I
then
will
it'll
try
help it
that
to,
myself.
it'll help it too. If it gets really tangly, it'll help you brush it out a little bit easier.
Oh, nice. Great hack, guys. I
So
hope you got that notated.
and then so if you have a wig that is
Oh, dang.
this one's in the middle of, okay, this one's going to be an original character, so I keep going back and forth on how I want to style it, so it's like all kinds of messed up. But
Okay.
I did what's called crimping to get the more volume. That's how I got this one so
I
volumized.
see.
But what I was getting at, it's not as tangly as like some, but if you have a wig that's super tangly, you can use silicone spray.
That's what I was told. Yeah,
Yeah,
silicone
so
spray.
just get some silicone spray. Obviously not too much, because if you use too much, then it's gonna get really shiny and slimy and slippery. But that'll help.
So how you slightly spray it then?
Yeah, yep, just
Okay.
a little bit. Or you can take it in your hands and kind of
Mm.
go, but then it's gonna be all over your hands, and it smells like car parts, because it's literally I mean it's from Home Depot, so
There you go.
that's a
And
good
so
way
you
to
can
go.
find that at Home Depot. You can find that where else we can find it?
Probably like AutoZone or something like that. Wherever
Mhm.
like you would need like a lubricant type thing, but I'm pretty sure the cheapest place honestly is gonna be Home Depot, not even Walmart,
Mm.
because sometimes Walmart doesn't have stuff like that.
Wow.
But I'm getting
Home
all
Depot, guys, for silicone
yes,
spray.
and then that's to get the tangles out
Okay.
of like the
And
longer
then
wigs and stuff.
once you spray it, you just brush it through a little bit.
Yeah, so you always want to start from the bottom. You don't want to just go straight for it.
Right.
Let me find a
Bottom up.
yes. Do I have a? Here we go. We have a
Uh,
brush here that I got
we
from
have some
Arta.
comments. We have some comments I want to read out to you. It says,
Yeah.
"Yes, Arda is the best." Uh, Orihimi-chan says, "I could never do that." With I guess when you saw the wigs that you have
Oh,
there.
the Denki one probably.
Mm-hmm. And it looks so good.
Thanks.
And I like the shines on the wig. Actually, some people do like the shine.
Yeah, so like it's totally personal preference, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like I could tell you one thing and somebody else can tell you something else. Once again, for the millionth time, everybody likes something different. I'm just telling you through my experience, and in no way am I the best or even the best in this area. This is just I just got the panel. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I'm just sharing my tips that I've learned this because I've only been doing this for so long. So by next year, if I do this
For
panel
sure.
again, I'll have better tips and I'll show you from more mistakes that I've made, because that's literally how you learn is you learn from your mistakes.
Great point,
Yeah,
Axel. That's what we keep saying too. From your
yeah,
mistakes, you learn and you're gonna get better. Yeah.
yeah. Because I was so hard on myself, and that's why I waited so long to start cosplaying, because I wanted it to be perfection, and I have more fun when I do mess up. Because like my Kakashi, every time I wear him, he's different because I'm always changing him. And I need to retire that thing because that's all I wear.
Wow. Okay. There is a question from um, Dare Chick 0894. It says, "How do you properly tease a wig and not end up with a rat nest?"
Okay, so good point. Let me here. I'm gonna yeet him your way. Thank you. Okay, so It depends on the wig, obviously. Like if you have a longer wig or a shorter wig and like what you're going for. But for Denki, I actually literally make him look like he has a rat's nest before I do anything. So let me grab some stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so a lot of people use different things, but I literally just use an all-purpose comb because this is my hairstylist in me wanting to use basic stuff. So you'll see some people, they'll use like round brushes and stuff. I personally don't like that. I think that this can do it better because I can get more to the root. So this wig actually has some product on it because I was kind of styling it and then I said I didn't want to do it because all the conventions are canceled and I don't really know what I want to do with him. So he's a good one to practice on because he's all short on this side and all long on this side. So this one has been pre-crimped, and that is this tool right here. So it's like a tiny little waver. So it's not like a waver, it's actually a crimper like from the 80s. So
it's like a grill.
Yeah, like yeah. So this takes hours for me to do because I do each piece like maybe not even that much from the base to the end all the way. And this is just me because yeah, the whole thing. So this is just me.
Are you setting it, by the way, on the lowest heat since it is synthetic hair?
So these wigs can actually handle higher heat. But I don't like to do it on the highest because oftentimes I'll restyle my wigs. Oh, you can't see it now. I'm trying to find a good medium here. Okay, whatever, I'll make it work. So I have this set probably to 350. So that's nowhere near the lowest because I'm kind of impatient, and if I do it super low, it's going to take me even more time, especially for a big wig like this. That this one's going to be long in the back and then short on the sides, kind of like a mullet. But it's just what I have in my mind. So, anyways, back to the question. I had pre crimped it, so it gives it, more texture. And if I was gonna make like a spike, I'll just take a piece, and ironically, I'll make sure it's not teased at all and nice and smooth before I start teasing it, because you want to have
control. It out first.
Yeah, you want to have control of what you're teasing and not have it control of you. Does that make sense? So I'll have my little piece right here, and I'm gonna hold it pretty tight, and then I put my foot down on the stand so it doesn't like go flying, and I go to town.
Wow.
So and I know this looks like a rat nest right now, but when you go and you have it, you'll be more defined when you take it out. So I'm gonna do it. I'll just do a couple here.
By the way, guys, normally Axel would not be doing styling like this at a convention panel, right? Because you wouldn't have all these kind of wigs on hand. So he would be doing like a PowerPoint. So we're actually in really good luck with having you do this live with us right now.
Yeah, I figured this would be a better way because like it's already awkward watching somebody talk to themselves instead of talking to a monitor. So here, I'll just take a couple sections, and here we go. So like it looks
really
like a rat's nest right now. It looks pretty crazy. But if I had in my mind this is where I wanted my spike to be, I would just lightly kind of brush it out. And I always
it somewhat.
Yeah, so when I go to style my wigs, I kind of pre-cut them for how the style I want them to be, but a little bit longer, because when you go to make your tip of your spike, you want to like twist it. And if you have it as long as you want it to be, you're going to cut off that little tip. Does that make sense?
I see. Yeah.
So I'm just going to kind of smooth it out a little bit and see
really
how it
good already.
you can make like really big spikes.
Yeah, that looks like troll material right there.
Right? It does. So I'm just gonna give you like a rough looking one because if I showed you how I did it, it would take too long.
Right.
So like here's a good spike, and you could kind of like have a little style. But when I go
Mm.
with the like the hairspray, and this is the best one, I don't care what you say.
Yes, got to be for wigs.
I buy, I have so many.
Oh my
I
gosh.
have more. Okay, when I go to Walmart, because I hate going to Walmart, I buy all the ones that they have, because it's the cheapest place to get this particular brand, at least in my
Mm.
area. Kroger and HEB were like $2 more a bottle.
Mm.
Target's Target,
They
and they're
they
gonna be
can
extra
get
anyway.
pricey, yeah.
Yeah, so like I think it's like $3.90 a bottle. So I buy like as many as I have because I don't like going to Walmart and I just want to get it over it. So you would just spray a little bit, and this is like I do like a rough styling, and then I'll look at it, and like sometimes I'll sleep on it, and then I'll actually like full on style it the next day or even a day
I
after. So
see.
like I go with my hands very gently, and then that gets some of the flyaways. But when I
Mm.
go with my actual final style, after I've kind of got the tips how I want them to be, I take a steamer. So
Mm.
literally, there's the top of it. Like a
That's a
clothes
great
steamer.
idea. Yeah.
So I am Mary Poppins. Look at me. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Isn't it cool? So this is like I think $25 maybe on Amazon. You
Mhm.
could most certainly find one cheaper or like Goodwill, you know. So this would be filled with water, and you want to make sure it's distilled water, okay? Because then
Mm.
that doesn't have the impurities of the minerals, because those can break down the hairspray.
Oh,
So
good point.
you
Good
would have it
tip.
filled up, and the steam would come out like pretty hot, obviously, because it's steam. But you want to make sure it's full, because if you let it get low, then it'll start spitting water out. And that might
Mm.
just be this one because it's not the most expensive one, but they might not all do that. So if it starts spitting the water out, that water will. They all do it. Okay.
My one at work retail used to do it. It was a big
She
old
she said hers did too. So if it does that, then those water droplets can like obviously the hairspray is water soluble, so it could mess with it and like weigh it down.
Mhm.
So you want to hold it, and that'll actually it heats up the Kanekalon, which that's what this stuff is made out of, and it'll smooth it out for you. So
Mm.
I mean, Denki was already he was steamed, but so is this one. So it kind of
Oh,
like
that's
holds
really
its shape.
pretty.
So this one is I forget. I don't. It was a commission for a client.
Mhm.
Soren from the Dragon Prince. I've never watched it. So like once it's steamed, like it's not going anywhere. I could mess with
Oh,
it.
that is a great
Yeah.
wig. Oh, wow.
So and then Kirsten hates this wig form. Okay, I did not style it on this. So this wig form. Let me get this guy off. Um, this is actually for when I do lace front wigs. So
Mm.
if I were to like wash a wig, like I was talking about, like when you put it in
With the
the
fabric softener?
and then you let it dry. You don't want to just
Mhm.
hang it to dry, because that'll pull on the fibers and possibly pull the hair out, or
Mm.
it'll affect the way it fits on your head. So this actually has this hole in here in the vent, so you can put a blow dryer. I don't recommend doing that for all your wigs, because you don't want to do all that heat. But if it's the day before a con, you don't have many choices. um, or
Last minute wig styling? Yeah.
Yeah, well, and some of the wigs that I have are real hair, so they can take that.
Mm. Mm.
None of my cosplay wigs though. So that's just a different type of wig
And that's
stand.
plastic.
Yeah, this ain't going nowhere.
Mhm.
So it just holds the blow dryer, so you could be hands free, and it'll dry out the wig cap. Can I have some more
Mm.
water, please?
What would you recommend Tyler's asking for aftercare, like washing and storing and whatnot?
So I'm sure you've caught on, but like some of these wigs, once they're styled, that's it for me. Unless, because
Mm,
for like, let's see. So, yeah, he fell, so he's kind of sad. So like I can't wash this.
mm,
But like this wig, like the one I was talking about, if you just have a long hair wig and you just wear it to a con and just throw it in your bag, that's fine. But I wouldn't recommend washing them all the time because that'll affect the fibers and it'll mess with them and they'll get frizzy. Kind of like the doll hair, like when you had like a Barbie and their hair was like, it's the same
right.
stuff, but this is just better quality. So when you
I guess
go to,
maybe that might be also a question for like real hair, like wigs.
yeah, well, so when Arda has shampoo and conditioner that you could buy from them that is safe for their fibers. And
Mm,
that's just one option, but you could always just use baby shampoo because you want to have something that's gentle.
mm,
Um, Conditioner, it sounds like a great idea, but it really doesn't do anything for fake hair because so natural hair has cuticle on it,
mm-hmm.
right? So it sits like this all the time where it's open. So the conditioner can go in and it fills up those holes. And that's what makes your hair shiny and soft and so it doesn't feel rough, right? But fake hair doesn't have that. It's just a little strip of nothing,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But when you start to add heat to it, it'll fray up, but it's not the same kind of fraying that like normal human hair would have.
Right.
So you don't really need conditioner, but when you go to brush it out, um, you could probably just do a little bit of water in a water bottle with some fabric softener and spray it and then brush it out like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly haven't really washed any of my wigs because,
Because you styled them. And
yeah,
it's permanent for that style.
yeah. And then once it's kind of done, I might,
Mm,
excuse me, oh my gosh, I might restyle it to like a shorter wig. But honestly,
mm,
sometimes since if they're my wigs and they're not like a client wig, I don't wash it because I kind of benefit from all that product that's still on there, and it just makes
yeah.
it easier for me to style.
Right.
But when I do wear my wig all day, just because you are sweaty and stuff, you
Mm-hmm.
can use the like spray deodorant. But every once in a while, I'll take my steamer and I'll steam the inside just to kill the bacteria.
Great idea.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I hope that answers that question.
It does. And I like the idea of having that type of wig. What is that? After washing, you put it on there. That
Yeah, you can do
stand.
that with any of them, and you don't have to put the blow dryer, but since it has all those vents in there,
Mm-hmm.
it won't have any mold or mildew or anything like that.
Right. Right. That's a great idea. I'm gonna have to get one of those.
I think it's like
Um.
$20 on Amazon.
Oh, excellent. That's not a bad price.
Most of all this stuff that I like, all my tools and stuff, most of them I get on Amazon just because I'm lazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So,
let's be real.
what do you recommend for I guess storing?
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't answer that. So I keep all of mine. I always keep them on like a wig head, and even if it's a female character, I always get the male heads because the female ones, this is a what is this, styrofoam. uh
Mm.
uh the female ones, at least at Michael's and stuff like that, are really small. They're like almost a child size, so the wig kind of falls off of it. So I like to keep them.
Oh.
Yeah, I like to keep them on the dude ones and then just use your coupon at Michael's. But mine, I'm just saying. uh but if it's not like styled like this, I honestly just keep them in a bag.
Mm. How would you keep them in a bag? Let's show the audience. Yeah, okay.
It comes like that.
Yeah, like literally how it comes.
I see.
So this guy, he hasn't been styled yet. Where's one that's been styled? Yeah, I think so. Hold on, I have like so many wigs in here.
Okay. Guys,
Okay,
if
this
you
one.
can keep the questions coming if you have any.
Okay, this. Oh, that was for another thing that I bought, and he's trashed. He's trashed. Come here. So this is a failed attempt at this. Okay. So listen,
like-
Linda, listen. Okay. Once again, we learn from our mistakes.
Did you cut that?
Yeah. So this was gonna be Soren, the one that you
Mm.
saw over there, and then I didn't like this wig, so then I bought another wig, and that's how that one turned out. So I thought that one looked different on the computer when I ordered it. Okay, so don't even.
Okay.
I don't even know what I ordered that for. Oh, I ordered that for Osima, whatever. I don't know. So like this one I already have styled. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And since this one's just a basic like bob wig,
Yeah.
I usually just keep them in the bag, and I keep these so it's not just smushed completely, and I keep the little netting on there so it doesn't
Mm.
get like super like crazy. And like see,
Okay.
there he is. It's just a little bob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so like with a wig like this, all I need when I put it on, I just need to make sure it's straight and just like kind of brush out the ends. So I don't waste a wig head on this style of
Mm-hmm.
wig for me, because if I did, I would need a whole nother house.
No,
At
I
the rate
noticed
that I'm
you
going. Well,
you
that
have
one's
you have
different.
short hair. You have short hair, but a lot of people who have longer hair, definitely recommend wig caps, right?
Okay, so even though I have short hair, I still wear a wig cap.
I see. Get
That
that,
way
guys.
yeah, so my hair is really crazy because I have like really straight hair and it just does what it wants. So here, help, help. So wig caps, even though you have, even if you have short hair, I recommend it too, because it'll just save your wigs, because then it kind of catches some of that sweat,
Mm,
and it's just easier to put your wig on. I should have
for
a wig
sure.
cap in this box of crap. There's the scissors right there.
For those, by the way, I have shorter hair, but I know I helped put on wig caps for friends. You might have to do a lower ponytail, twist it up, pin it, and then put the wig cap on. And sometimes people also
Yeah,
pin it.
so Kirsten, sorry, come here. You don't have to show your face. Okay, so my friend has long hair. I wouldn't say it's long, but it's definitely long for most people.
Yeah, I'll just here.
Can you see?
Oh
You
yeah.
can't see.
Oh,
So
that's
like
pretty
her
color.
hair is pretty long. Like it goes past her bra line. So
Mhm.
whenever, huh? No, it's okay. It's whatever. I'm just showing. So whenever I do her hair in a wig, and we've
Mhm.
even fit her wig in a tiny like you were Speed Racer, right? You don't need to show those pictures. It's no big deal. Okay, so that was when I was kind of newer at staying with wigs. So so it was a short wig, like a boy cut wig, yeah, pompadour. Like
Mhm.
it needed to be longer on the top, but her long hair fit in it, because what I do
Wow.
instead of the ponytail method, I put her hair in like 2 or 3 braids, and then I wrap it around her head so
Mm.
it fits flatter.
For a lot
So
of hair, yeah.
yeah, so since I have my cosmetology background, I can get her braids really tight on her head,
Mhm.
and then whatever is hanging below her neck, I just wrap around.
But some people know how to braid because they just know.
Yeah, some girls can just braid their own hair, but she has me and she doesn't have to do anything. So that is how I get her hair in like any of the wigs that we wear. Like her Inuyasha one, we could probably get away with her having her braids just go down her back, and we might
Mhm.
do that next time so it'd be more comfortable for her, because that wig at the end of the day is
You're
pretty
true.
heavy.
It is.
It's true.
But we have, so the one thing I will say, where to go? We didn't use this whenever. We will use it next time. I'm trying to.
I just found out about that yesterday.
Yes.
Or not.
So I have a Sesshomaru wig that's somewhere in the mail. I don't know. I ordered in like January. Thank you, Arda. Um, so that wig obviously is going to go past my kneecaps, and I ordered 2 wigs and wefts because I don't want him to be all wispy. He's extra. So any longer wig or yeah, there he is. You can't see him from here. Okay, this is a wig stay. Everybody calls it something different. It's very soft. It's very luxurious feeling. So you'd have your wig cap on, because I can't find one apparently. And then you take this, and it literally has instructions for you. And you take it and you put it around, and make sure it's tight. And so your wig cap, like from
It
your
has
actual
Velcro.
yeah, it's just Velcro on the back. Oh, hey, there's one. So you'd have this, and then it helps the wig stay on because it's not going anywhere. I don't. What is this material? Velvet.
Yeah,
Velvet?
it's like
velvet.
velvet.
Yeah. So when you have those longer wigs, they want to kind of go back, and you're kind of holding them down and pulling them down all day. This will help
Yes.
it hold into place.
That's a
Because
great
that's
idea.
one of the last things you want to worry about is it falling off your head and somebody stepping on it. I would die. I think anybody would. I don't care how much money you spend on your wig.
Yeah.
But so that's a good helpful thing for longer wigs. But for my shorter wigs like Kakashi, people probably notice sometimes when you wear the wigs, they're kind of like off your face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like where the wig is kind of your wig.
It's not to your skin, towards your
Yeah. So
your,
no,
your
give me
skin.
him. I'm gonna look like a dang fool trying to put this thing on. Ugh. Okay, hold on. So this is my wig, so it's not a commission or anything. So if I drop him, it's not the end of the world, but I will cry. Um, so he has the false hairline, you can see, and literally how that's done is it's felt, so it's softer. So she's, I know. Oof. Okay, yeah.
You should just do the rest of it
Fabulous.
in that wig. Yeah.
Yes. It looks
Okay,
great.
so see how it's kind of off my face and it just looks more like fake. I know it's supposed to look fake, but what I do is I don't want to do it right now because I'm not wearing it all day. Glue stick, literally old Elmer's glue stick. She's gonna bring it.
Glue stick on the wig.
Yeah, so I put it right here. So like say if it were for a convention, because I don't want to do this right now because I don't want to have to clean it. So I'd take the Elmer's glue stick and I'd put it on my sideburns and I just push right here. So then that's how it would sit. It would sit more natural on me.
To your face.
So it's not like all out here and you can see kind of like my sideburns and stuff like that.
Awesome
With
tip.
with the shorter wigs like Kakashi and the Soren wig, it is a little bit more important to have it closer to your face because then it doesn't look so like awkwardly on your head.
Right. Now you can see why guys like any cosplay with like wig styling like this gets really heated, literally, during a convention.
Oh God! Or when I sneezed when I was wearing Kakashi, Okay, so I know this is kind of unrelated, but it's funny. So when I wear my Kakashi cosplay, my mask I actually glue on my face because when you talk, it kind of wants to slide down. And everybody's learning that anyway with the masks nowadays, that you have to wear everywhere. But so my mask, I would glue right here. So it would be tight on my face. And so I couldn't take it off till the end of the day. But if I needed a drink or something, I'd pull it up like this and it'd be fine. But I had to sneeze and I sneezed and I was like, because I couldn't take it off. And so for the rest of the day, I was like,
oh my gosh.
So just be prepared
just be
for
careful.
stuff like that. It's just so like, and then with these big wigs and stuff, just make sure you're hydrated and all that because by the end of the day, you want to die. I don't care who you are, especially.
I came back hydrated.
After a long day with wigs, I'm like I have a migraine, so I usually have some medicine.
Yeah, your wig might be too tight on you. Because I know you want it to be tight because you feel more secure, but it's actually probably not as good to have it as tight, because like you said, you don't want to have a migraine at the end of the day. But it could be a mixture of all the
It might
things.
be my wig cap too. So I'm gonna try that velveteen, thing and make
Yeah,
it
because
more.
that'll help hold it. Like, because when I
Mhm,
wear this to a convention, I'll probably wear this there
mhm,
because this was one of my first wigs that I did the false hairline on, and
mhm.
it kind of pokes a little bit,
Right.
but not that bad.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
definitely investing in that too for,
Yeah.
to keep it together.
on me
Well,
now.
let me read some of the comments. Great, I gotcha. I like the steamer trick for bacteria. That was Tyler. Bobby pins are a lifesaver. What would you say about that? Do you use bobby
I
pins at
think it's.
all?
I have not used the bobby pin on any of my wigs,
Wow.
but it depends on like what the style you're going for.
I think
And
maybe they meant for the wig cap part. Some of the wig caps are like the netted ones. That's what I use also
mhm.
to keep like the hair thing together.
Yeah, I use like the stocking type ones.
Mm,
The netted ones, I feel like, because like she has the long pointy nails, and
mm,
the netted ones, her nails would get caught and it would rip through them. And
I see.
these kinds, it's harder for her nails to like get caught on something and rip them. And these ones, I could buy a pack of like 12 for like $5. So
Mm. Yeah,
I'd
but
rather
yeah,
spend more money on my wigs.
if I guess if I'm investing in the stay
Yeah, this
fastener,
and this I think I got on Amazon for maybe like $10.
yeah. So
And they
if
have
I
different
invest in
colors.
that, I'll probably be doing the stocking version for
Yeah,
sure.
they have different colors. So I'm like really pasty. So of course,
Mm,
oh, so she said she found one for $8.99. So like I said, they have different colors. So if you're more tan or more pasty,
mhm.
because if you're wearing a lace front wig and you have this underneath, you want it to look closer to your skin tone, so you can't tell the difference.
Right, right. Hydration is key.
Yep.
Let's see. Uh, no one wants their wig snatched. So when you did the glue part, that's what the comment was.
I
No one
mean,
wants their wig snatched.
if somebody snatched my wig, we'd have some problems.
Okay. Well, that was really great tips. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So when you style it, would you have to cut? So you're recommending to cut everything before you style it?
Okay. It's not, hey,
Is
um,
it that easy?
yeah, no. So since I have the experience of doing hair, I know like the hair theory of cutting, like what
Mhm.
angles to do and stuff like that. So
I'm
things are a little
terrible
bit
at it.
different.
Yeah.
Things are a little bit different for the anime stuff because their hair is so irregular. Um, but like I did a Bond wig and that thing was World War III for me to figure out how I wanted to cut it because I was like, oh, I could do this. And then I did it and I was like, it's not laying right. So then I redid that wig like 5 times. And
Mm.
it was a commission wig, but I don't have any pictures of it because my phone is right here. But it's really, I would recommend looking up videos of like how to cut hair like normal and then
Mm.
use that to cut the wig hair. But I will say I have kind of bougie shears because I do hair. And these are the like, shears that I used to use on actual real people,
Mhm.
but I don't use them anymore because I have nicer shears. So these are Joel's, um, and these are probably like $200. But you don't
My
need
goodness.
these
Yeah.
you don't need these fancy shears to do the job. But it's just what I already had, and I didn't want to use them
Mhm.
anymore for real people.
Mhm.
When you go to cut a wig, you never just cut it because it'll
Right.
be so straight and it'll be so hard for you to get that hard line out.
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna be okay with cutting this wig.
Well, you don't have to show it, but definitely
I
you
know, but I'm
can
gonna
give the
use that one
tips.
for future reference. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna get you down here. Okay, so when I go to cut a wig, I'll like take a piece. I need a comb. Huh? Well, whatever. So I would obviously like figure out how I was cutting the hair and stuff before I would just go for it, but I'm just gonna go for it so I can show you. So I'll take it and then I take it and I just cut like this. So
Mm,
it'll take a straight line, but it's not straight to where it's gonna have that ouch, it's straight. See, it's a wispier,
right.
softer, easier to blend mess.
Mm-hmm.
But so you never want to just
Definitely
go,
practice though.
yeah, because if I were to just go straight with it, first of all, this hair is really hard to cut and these shears are kind of old. So see how dead straight and
Too
how,
blunt.
yeah. So even if you try to go in and point cut, which this is technical terms because I do hair for a living.
Mm.
Even if I went in and point cutted it to get that bulk out, or at least to try,
Mm-hmm.
see how it still is so straight.
Yeah, it's super blunt still.
Yeah, even after trying to texturize it. So you really need to go in and you need to cut it like this. And
Downward.
so the the reason I am doing it that way is, like I said, to have it not be so straight. And that didn't really do that
Softer.
much. Yeah, that didn't really do that much because I don't want to go too far down into this because,
Right.
like I said, I don't know how I'm going to style this net.
Yeah.
Um, but where you stop is where it's going to stop for the most part. And you might need to
Mm.
do it a couple times because you might not get the hang of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going at it like this, okay? I'm
Mm.
literally taking this part of the blade
The middle.
and yeah, and that is what is cutting it. And
Mm.
like I just go ever so slightly, like barely.
Right. I see. It
But
just
I
seemed
have,
like you were roughing it, but it was not, like softer and
yeah, it
faster.
it
Mm-hmm.
does look like it's pretty rough, but it's hard for me to tell somebody, yeah, do it this way because I've been doing hair for almost 8 years now. So I have the advantage of some techniques.
Mm-hmm.
But Arda is really good. They have a lot of videos on their website. You don't have to buy anything. You can just
Mm.
go, I think it's the techniques or something. Just look up tutorials and it'll probably pull
Oh,
up a whole
nice.
thing and it'll tell you all of these tips that are sponsored people that are from them. And I'm not sponsored by Arda or anything. I just like all their stuff.
Yeah. Well, what quick question then? Like so uh for those who may not be able to afford all these wigs, like you said, where would you start? Just on Amazon and eBay or something like that, or
Yeah, you can get something that's perfectly fine. I would just read all the
mm-hmm,
reviews
mm-hmm.
and like
Okay.
yeah, just make sure that it's pretty decent before you buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're wanting to do something bigger, I would probably buy two wigs and sew them together or glue them together if that's easier. Or sometimes, if you follow some cosplayers, they might be retiring some cosplays and be selling their nicer wigs for less money.
Yeah. So
So that's
one quick
something.
question before we end this too is you said that you mentioned several times during this that you've done commissions for clients.
Mhm.
So depending on the I guess the wig, right, or the what they're going after, um, what would be the range in cost for a commission?
So it really just depends on what I'm doing,
Hmm.
I forgot how much I like. So grab him. So the this guy, the wig alone was I think 50 or $55. And then I
Hmm.
bought a set of wefts so I could do his hairline. And I did mine a little bit different because this is my wig and I didn't have it for anybody else. I actually painted on his little zigzag lightning bolt thing because I
Hmm.
personally didn't like how the people glued on the hair and it just looked all chunky. But
Yeah.
so if I were to recreate this wig, I'd probably sell him for about $400.
Wow.
Because of time.
It took me about 3 weeks to do this wig because
Wow.
like all the planning and stuff and all that
Hmm.
and then I have to buy the wig and I have to do everything and it just takes a lot because I work all day like 10 hours a day and then going home and doing a wig it takes me a while because I only have a couple hours at a time if I can do
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
and then it is my experience too because I do have the hair the back I actually have my license so I'm not using something dirty
Hmm.
even though it's a wig and not like human hair, like I still clean all my tools, I still clean everything, and I don't have it in a weird environment, and it's going to be taken care of well for you. So Like this Soarin' wig that I have over here, that's for a client, and she needed it earlier in the year, but that convention was canceled. So I'm just holding on to it for her, and I'm not charging any extra money for her to just hold on to it. But then she knows it's safe with me because I'm taking care of it properly. But that one, it just is a lot of work, and then because shipping most of my clients don't live in the area.
Right.
Even if they live in Texas, like that's a far drive. That's too much. So shipping them, I have to make sure they're all safe. Because if you get it, you don't want it to get to you and it be all smushed and ruined, and then you're like, what? So, because I just want to make sure that the wig looks the same when I send it to you as when you pick it up and wear it, and it'll last
for
a
sure.
long time.
Well,
So
there you go, guys.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I have commissioned a couple wigs before, and it does cost guys a few $100s.
Yeah, it just really depends. Like, and I mean, if anybody wants to commission a wig from this video, I'll most certainly take off some money from it if you mention it. But yeah, it just takes a lot to do them all. Like this wig was actually white when I got it. And
oh wow,
I
and you dyed it.
Yeah, so I dyed it to the color that I wanted it to be. So that Banky wig, I bought that color, and I bought it how I wanted to. And like, so that Soarin' wig, I airbrushed it so it would look a certain way. It just really depends on what you're going for, what the character looks like, how whimsical you want it to be, and all that stuff.
Now you're making me curious about the dyeing part of wigs. That's a whole nother segment, I think.
I like, yeah, you could always message me. I don't care. I'm a night owl, so yeah. So I don't think I have it in here. So since this is synthetic, you can't just use any dye. I'll just tell you really quick. I use the RIT dye more, not just the RIT dye. It has to be the one that says synthetic, and the water has to be at least 200 degrees, and it has to keep the same temperature for 45 minutes. So you can't just put it on the stove and forget about it. Like, you have to keep checking the temperature and stuff. And then what I do is I obviously just take a piece and like make sure I like it before I do the whole wig. So it is a process when you dye them. But I already had this wig for something else that was a failure. So I wasn't gonna buy a whole another blue wig. So I dyed it.
So, and how long would like the dyeing process take for you if from white to that color, let's just say?
45 minutes. And then it takes then I have to rinse it out really well, and then it can take up to 2 days to dry completely, because I don't want to use any heat on it until it's completely dry. And if I'm going to be styling it and stuff, I don't really want to blow dry it, because the blow drying obviously changes the way that the hair goes,
the texture.
Yeah, well, yes and no. So if I really wanted to have this wig have bangs and it was actually going this way, I'd use a blow dryer or a steamer to coax the fibers into going a certain way. So when the person brought up earlier about the bobby pins, that could have been multiple reasons. She could have been talking about holding her wig in place through the wig cap and all that with the bobby pins, or if you have your wig and you want it to have bangs going this way and you have to have a bobby pin right here, that's because the wefts are trying to go the other way. So all you need to do is tell them to go the other way, and then you won't need that bobby pin.
Okay, so you can steam it, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so just like at the base, you could take this and just hold it right where you want it to go, and then it'll just be stuck going that way.
Got it. Well, I hope you guys got a lot of tips from this. I sure did.
And if you have any more questions, you can message me on Instagram.
All right, guys, make sure to follow Axel on Instagram at Mirror on the Cosplay. Axel, thank you so much for doing this. And we really appreciate it. We hope to see you at Anniversary doing this in person, okay?
Yeah, well, next year, hopefully, like this, I was doing a original character for Godzilla. I was doing a live, a human Godzilla, and I was so excited.
Oh, that would be awesome. I want to see that.
It's big, man. The foam pieces, and oh my god, I have a tail that like wiggles and it goes behind me.
Oh, I have to
So
see
I
you
was
in
so
that.
pumped to do that at Anime Matsuri because I was gonna be like, whoa, look how bad I was last year, and it's only been a year. Boom. But anyways, if anybody has any questions, I'm not gonna charge you for questions. I'm not that person. I know not
All
everybody
right.
can afford a commission wig. So if you really need help, or if you're like, hey, I'm gonna send you this video, I'll try my best to help you because I know
Oh,
what
that's so sweet.
okay, I just want to help everybody out because even not just the wig section, but a lot of master cosplayers and things like that are really hesitant to tell their tips. And I don't understand why, because this is supposed to be a community, not like,
Abs You're
yeah,
awesome. This is what we're about, sharing all this stuff for the community and the fans. So that's the awesome message that you sent there. Thank
yeah.
you.
So if anybody needs help with anything like airbrushing, makeup, I am licensed and I am published and all that. So I can help you as much as I can try.
Yay, guys, thank you so much. And applaud,
Yay,
applaud.
thank you.
Thank you so much, Axel. And join us
Just kidding.
again.
Well, I look forward to the conventions that probably aren't going to
Yes,
happen for the rest of the year, but I will see everybody next year with a vengeance.
for sure.
Yes.
Yes. So July 8th through 11th, guys, is Anime Matsuri 2021. Axel will be there. So
Yes,
make
for
sure to
sure.
make sure to join us. Thank you again,
Yes, we
Axel.
will be there.
Yes. All
Yes.
right. Take care, everyone.
Thank
Stay
you.
well and stay nerdy. Bye.
Nerdy, I love that. That's great.
Bye.